3, 2, 1, dissolve through and rolling. Okay, we're just going to go with the commercial.
Life's trails can be tough.
It didn't want to play that, did
It didn't want to play that. Alright.
So we got.
It's a 1 minute commercial here, and then we have a loop, and then we'll be out to camera 2.
Providing the best routes and clearing new roads.
I love technology. Love it.
It's natural to sometimes dreams bring insight and redemption. We've been down this path before, guiding people like you since 1939. Best routes and clearing new roads.
Gotta love
We're driven by Midwestern values, community, integrity, freedom of hard work, paramount passion, convictions, and real form. It's just who we are.
We've got about 20 left on this.
Encouraging you to go for it. We're all on our own journey, and we want to be a part of yours. Let's blaze your trail
Okay,
together.
ready, 2.
Welcome to Blaze Radio.
That's just who we are. We're here
And
to help you along
stand
the
by.
road of life, encouraging you to go for it. We're all
There it is,
on our own
and
journey,
dissolve
and we
through.
want to
Here's
be a
the
part of
announce.
yours. Let's blaze your trail
2024
together.
Upper Midwest Emmy
Welcome
Gold
to
and Silver
Blaze
Circle
Radio.
Honors. 2022 Silver Circle honoree Carla Berlin from Stream Systems and Around Town TV.
And you can go ahead and mic her. Applause, applause, applause. Ready, 1. Take 1.
2024
Ready,
Upper
2.
Midwest
Take
Emmy
2.
Gold and Silver Circle Honors. 2022 Silver Circle honoree Carla Berlin from Stream Systems and Around Town
Title in.
TV.
And lose it.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to a night of celebration, the Upper Midwest Emmys. Tonight we gather not just to hand out awards, but to honor a legacy of passion, creativity, and excellence. For a few extraordinary individuals, that magic is about to shine even brighter as they join the prestigious Circle Honor Society. As we share our meal together, let's keep the focus on this moment. You know, in television they call it walk and talk, well this is called a eat and watch. Please take a second to silence those phones so we can give our full attention to tonight's honorees. The Gold or Silver Circle is not an award. It is a society of honor. Gold Circle recognizes a lifetime of achievement, 50 years of devotion to the craft and to our industry. The Silver Circle honors an enduring 25 years or more of passion, service, and impact. Tonight's 6 honorees are more than accomplished
Joe's up
professionals.
first.
They are mentors, trailblazers, and storytellers whose contributions have shaped television and the very way we connect with one another. They embody the highest ideals of integrity and honor, not just in their careers, but in every aspect of their lives, serving as true examples for us all. Our first honoree started taking electronic parts apart at just 6 years old. His parents weren't happy until he started putting things
ready,
back
server
together
sound.
as a teenager.
And roll and server.
Today,
Dissolve.
Joe Conlon, the engineering manager at Town Square Television, is one of the most respected
Okay,
and
we are here for 237.
Television production
Legends.
is one person that keeps all the moving parts working.
Let's cap.
Thanks, Joe.
1, 2, 3.
At the heart of every Town Square Television production
Touchdown, Minnesota!
is one person that keeps all the moving parts working. A staple at our station since his days at South St. Paul High School.
We wouldn't be on the air for
volunteer at Town Square Television in 1988. Involved as an access producer, but then became more of a behind the scenes in 1997.
Engineering manager Joe Conlon has been a staple at our station since his days at South St. Paul High School. What we've broken
became a volunteer at Town Square Television in 1988.
and helping when we're stuck.
Eventually became a full-time employee in 1997.
Since joining the team, Joe has had many roles, like fixing what we've broken
You name it, he can batch it back together.
for decades. making sure the productions get on the air.
He maintains the studio, production truck, 4 city council chambers, master control, you name it.
Just wanted to get you out here to wish you
Four
happy
words on his
birthday.
job description.
Other duties as assigned.
Expand beyond engineering, making sure the productions get on the air. From changing lights to construction and pavement management, and even fixing toilets. As the years pile up,
All right, got about a minute here.
Other duties as assigned.
expand beyond engineering.
He's got spare parts for everything.
From changing lights to construction and pavement management, and even fixing toilets.
Just say, it's not my job.
As the years pile up,
They really weren't being
so
covered
does his
So
office.
zoom out and find our host there.
On top of it all, keeping
got
an
spare parts
active
for
role
everything.
in the Society
I don't
of
think he can
Broadcast
sit still.
Engineers.
He's not
In
working, he's
2023, he won
Joe
the
volunteers
chapter
this time to
engineer of the year
broadcast here
and
at our
the
nation's
national
cathedral.
Later
Robert
post
W.
on too.
Flanders
started because
Engineer
they
Award.
really weren't being
That's a
covered
huge
on a
deal.
regular basis.
Joe's
Very
commitment has stayed
On
strong.
top of it all,
28
keeping an
years of
active
employment,
role in the Society
37
of Broadcast
years of
Engineers.
service.
In 2023, he won the Chapter Engineer of the Year and the National Robert W. Flanders.
All right, 10 away.
That's a huge deal.
Joe's
Back to work
commitment
is the
has
out.
stayed strong through 28 years
Now
of
I have to
employment
get back
and
to work.
37 years of service.
And Mike,
TST is a
dissolve
family
through.
for me.
Please welcome
Ready, ready one, take one. Ready two, take two.
Now I have to get back to work.
Ready one, take one.
Please welcome
Ready two.
2025
Take two.
Silver Circle honoree,
Okay,
Joe
stand by your move
Conlon.
and push in. Microphone and title in.
Congratulations. And then I'll have a plaque for you.
My hair color. A little
Title
silver
out.
these days. Well, this medallion, nice to wear around the neck. Better than a statue that a lot of you will get later on.
I thought
A little hard to wear a statue.
my hair color.
Seriously,
little silver
I would
these
like to
days.
thank the Academy and
Well,
the
this
Upper Midwest
medallion,
chapter for this
nice to wear around
unbelievable honor.
the neck. It's better than a statue. that-
Tyler, if you can hear me, you iris up your camera, you're a little dark.
At our local community
little hard to wear a
television
statue.
studio one day and just never
Seriously,
left.
I would like
Okay.
to thank
I
the
know
Academy and the Upper
I'm
Midwest
not known
chapter
for
this
being in front of the camera.
unbelievable
As you can
honor.
see right now, I'm not real
I'm
well
the 17-year-old
versed at, reading from
kid
the
that showed up
teleprompter.
at our local
I'm
community
usually
television
not up here
studio
on the
one
stage.
day
I'm
and just
behind
never
the
left.
scenes, setting things up.
I know
So why am I
I'm
being
not known
honored this
for
year?
being in front of the
It's
camera.
because my
As you can see right now, I'm
coworkers
not
conspired against
real
me.
well versed at reading from
They're
the
the ones who
teleprompter.
secretly
Do you have
put
the
together
you guys'
the
table on
Not up
the
here on the
camera?
stage, I'm behind
the
scenes,
subject of what they were
setting
Yeah,
talking
can you get
about when I'd walk past
So
their
why am I
desks.
being honored this year?
I've been
It's
honored
because my
for
coworkers
decades to
conspired
work with
against
some
me.
of the finest
Ready one,
volunteers
They're the
and
ones who
staff at
secretly
Take
put
one.
together
television.
the nomination,
So
quickly
I'd like
Ready
to
two.
also thank my
the
coworkers,
subject
two.
of what
some
they were
who are
talking
behind the
about when I'd
stage,
walk past their desks.
running the live stream equipment,
I've
Mike
been
Davison
honored
and
for
CJ Luck, so that I could be
decades
free
to
this
work with some of the
evening to
finest
be inducted as a
volunteers
Silver
and staff
Circle
at Townsburg
honoree.
Television.
Thank you.
So I'd like to also thank
to
my
the
coworkers,
other talented
some who are
coworkers
behind
that
the
are nominated
stage,
for regional Emmys.
running the live
this
stream
evening.
equipment,
Dennis Raftery,
Mike Davison and CJ
Ashley
Luck, so that I could be
Andres.
free
I
this
think I got that
evening
right. She just
to
got
be
married
inducted
last
as
weekend.
a Silver Circle
So I
honoree.
haven't got her last name down
Thank you
correctly yet.
also to
Trevor
the other
Blum
talented
and
coworkers
Alexis
that are
Haas.
nominated for regional
I'd also
Emmys
like to
this evening.
recognize
Dennis
my other
Raftery,
coworkers that go under
Ashley
the radar.
Andres,
Okay,
Uh,
stand by to
Toby
come
Stega,
back out
she just got
on
married
Carmen
last
Howell,
weekend.
So,
So I haven't
Sabina
got her last
Cisneros,
name down correctly
David
yet.
Roth,
Trevor
Joanne
Blum
Schomer,
and Alexis
Elizabeth
Haas.
Walzen,
I'd also
and Beth
like
Ballman.
to recognize
And
my
then,
other coworkers that go
also
under the
wanna
radar.
recognize
Ready
my
one.
executive director that
Carmen-
just retired
Carmen
this
Howell.
past year.
Take
You'll
one.
Find her
Sabina Cisneros,
information in the booklet at
David
your
Roth,
tables.
Joanne
Ready two.
Schomer,
Jody
Take
Miller.
two.
Elizabeth
And
Walzen,
then finally,
and Beth Ballman.
family support
And then,
has always been key
Also want
in
to
allowing
recognize my
me to serve
executive
my
director
community.
that just retired this past year.
I need to
You'll
recognize
find
some of
her,
my family that
information
could
in the
join us
booklet at your
tonight.
tables.
ready one,
My sister Deb,
Take
Jody
one.
Miller.
my mom
And then
Billy,
finally,
my son Carlos,
family support
my
has
daughter
always been
Solange,
key
and last
in
but not
allowing
least, my
me
wife
to
of
serve my
25 years, Mirla.
I need to
Thank you
recognize
very
some
Ready
of
two,
my
take
family
two.
that could join us tonight.
okay, you can pull
My
out.
sister Deb, my mom Billy, my son Carlos, my daughter Solange, and last but not least,
Or
my
if you want
wife
to get
of
him.
25 years, Mila.
Never mind.
Thank you very much.
Exemplify a remarkable dedication to serving our industry, our chapter, our community, and those embarking on their journey in this profession. Our next Silver Circle honoree,
Silver Sound next.
Circle Honor Society inductees exemplify a remarkable dedication
We know where Carol 11 is.
some of the biggest and most difficult stories of our and time. those embarking on their journey in this profession. Our next
Neither do I.
Silver Circle honoree
pandemic,
is
and
Stacy
she's done it all with
Nogi.
courage, compassion,
Stacy has
and
led
a drive
Care
to
11,
bring
the
viewers
Care
the
11
very
newsroom
best
through some of the biggest
Okay.
and most difficult stories of our
Ready,
times.
sound, and
Riots,
roll sound.
political
Dissolve.
assassinations, deadly weather,
Raised among
Barely.
the
What's
steel
up?
mills
and
of
she's done
Pittsburgh,
it all with
Stacy
courage,
Nogi brought a
compassion,
blue-collar
Looks okay to me.
drive to bring viewers the
When I
very
was
best
brought in,
journalism.
Okay, we are here on this for
We need some people that aren't
2:35.
afraid to ruffle feathers, that aren't afraid to get into people's face and
We'll come
make
out
them
2 out of this.
Raised among the
Tyler,
steel
if you
mills
want
of
to
people that are willing to bring
find
stories.
the person and follow, that would be cool.
When I was brought in,
Stacy became
told me,
editor of both her
we
high
need some
school
people
and
that aren't
college
afraid to
might be.
ruffle feathers,
She dove
that
into
aren't afraid to get into
television
people's
as an
face
intern,
and
then
make
reported
them
in Erie,
uncomfortable.
Pennsylvania.
Yeah, so am I.
Newspapers
Okay.
in Pittsburgh,
need
then
people
So we'll
San
go
Diego,
for,
back until Stacy crossed the divide.
in print.
I got him.
Stacy
I
became
tried to
editor
get
of
him.
both her high school and college
Got it.
Carolina.
She dove into television as an intern, then reporter in Erie, Pennsylvania. Newspapers in Pittsburgh,
Oh, she's
then
coming
San
early.
Diego lured her back.
She's early.
Until Stacy crossed the divide permanent at San Diego's KNSD, and then Carolina, where she was hired as a
Over 3
producer.
decades,
in
Stacy
1990.
rose the Care 11 ranks, from producer to executive producer to assistant at D to news
We're gonna come out
director.
to 4 instead of 2.
and take them home and read them and study them because I thought she was so good.
The sharpest.
Over 3 decades, Stacy rose the Care 11 ranks, from producer to executive producer to assistant ND to news director.
She really
go on front.
gives you a fist bump as it's been for more than a decade. That was a hell of a tale. The sharpest news editor.
Old school journalistic integrity while leading Care 11's transition to digital and
story
streaming.
details.
No going into that office.
Stacy Nogi gives you a fist bump or a high five and says, that was a hell of a tale.
The script's not going to go by saying, why didn't you talk to that person with something?
Journalistic
You better have amazing
integrity while
journalistic.
leading Care
Why
11's
did you talk to
transition
that
to
person? Why you
digital
did
and
talk to that
streaming.
person?
Blue collar
No
attitude
going
true
into that
blue
office.
heart.
It's a pass.
To run a newsroom,
almost like
you
prepping
have
for
to
high
be
school
tough.
debate.
And
They're
Stacy
going to pull a
is
fast
tough,
one on
but
her.
she's
The script's not
soft.
going to go by
She has
saying,
a
why
heart of
didn't you
gold,
talk to that
and
person with
she
something?
really
The
cares
script's better
deeply
have
All
amazing
right,
journalism.
we're coming out
Why
by
you
about
didn't talk to
15
that person.
She
left.
is Care 11.
Blue
She
collar
really
attitude,
is. She's
true
always been that
blue
person behind the scenes.
To run a
that's
newsroom,
making
you
it all
have to be
happen.
tough.
We won a
And
national
Stacy
medal
is
for
tough,
overall
but she's
excellence.
soft too.
That's
She has a
Stacy.
heart of gold,
Stand by.
and she really
There's
cares
no one that
deeply
deserves
about each and
more
every
of a
person in the
public
newsroom.
round of
She is
applause
Care 11.
than Stacy Nogi.
She really is. She's always been that person
Dissolve
behind the
through.
scenes.
Mics. 42. Take 2. Follow her. All right.
Please
Then
welcome Silver Circle inductee Stacy Nogi. Congrats.
title in.
Go get him.
I'm deeply honored to receive
Who is
this
it?
recognition tonight. To be counted among the extraordinary journalists who
Oh,
stood
okay.
here before me is truly great. I want to thank my colleagues, the care group over there. Thank you. I'd also like to thank
where are they?
deeply honored to receive this recognition tonight.
What's up?
Some of them are here tonight. Who
Extraordinary
helped me here in
journalists
Minnesota,
who have
also
stood
during
here
my
before
time
me
in
is
California
truly
and in my home state of Pennsylvania.
I want to thank my colleagues, the care
No
group
one's
over there.
success ever, comes alone, especially
I'd
in
also like to
broadcast
thank
journalism.
the many
And it's so
mentors who
very
helped me
special to
navigate
have
my
so
career
many
years.
people,
Some of them are here tonight,
who helped me be
here in
successful
Minnesota,
sitting here tonight.
also during my
Okay, is
time
that
in
where they-
I want to
California
share a
and
quick
in my
story
home state of
now about
Pennsylvania.
resilience.
Okay, well,
because it's something
that's
that
what we'll-
really
Success
pushed me
ever,
through in my career.
comes alone,
When I was in
especially
high
in
school,
broadcast
I
journalism.
took the AC test.
And it's so very special to have so many of the people
But it turned out I scored in
who
like the
helped me be
99th
successful sitting here
percentile nationwide. But instead of
I want to share a
celebrating,
quick
I was
story
called to the
now
principal's
about
office
resilience
because they
it's
thought I
something that
went.
really pushed me through in my career.
Well, they should have known differently when they looked
When I
at
was
my
in high
math score.
school,
On was.
I took the ACT
A
test
year
just like
later, so
everybody
maybe
else.
a month or so into
But
college,
it turned out
my
I
first
scored in
English
like the
professor
99th
said to me in the middle
percentile
class, you know, I don't know.
But instead of celebrating, I was called to the principal's
And
office
looking back, it was a
because
strange
he
way
thought I
of
might
trying to
have
motivate
cheated.
me. But in both cases, I was.
Well, they should have known differently when they looked at my math
Too good
score.
to be true in one case, not good enough.
A year later, or so maybe a month or so into college, my first English professor said to me in the middle class, you know, I don't know if you're college material. And looking back, it was her strange way of trying to motivate me. But in both cases, I was underestimated. Too good to be true in one case, not good enough in the other. Now, these events did not boost my self-confidence, but what I didn't know then was that the skills being doubted,
Tonight, I don't see this honor as a
storytelling,
capstone,
analysis,
but as a
critical
reminder
thinking
to always
would
look for the
become
spark
the foundation of my life's work.
in people, even when
Journalism
it may
gave
be
me a
hidden.
place to use those
It's
abilities
people who
and to
compelled
grow
us
them.
into journalism,
Gave me
not
purpose,
the long hours,
and
not
later
the stress,
the chance to
not the
lead
tough
others who
stories.
shared that
It's
same
the
Two
people
pull
whose
out,
stories we
swing
tell.
Tonight,
done.
I don't see this
And
honor
then
as
we'll
a
go on to
capstone,
server,
but as a
server,
reminder to
server.
always look for the spark
People make it all worth it.
in people,
So
even
to the
when it
next
may be
generation
hidden.
of journalists and leaders,
It's people who
if you've
compelled us
ever
into
been
journalism, not the
underestimated
long
or told
hours,
you
not
don't
the
belong, know
stress,
this.
not the tough
You
stories.
do,
It's the
your
people
work
whose
matters,
stories
and
we
you
tell,
matter. Thank you.
and the people
Pull
we
out.
work with who both appreciate and challenge us.
And ready one.
People make it all.
Ready one. Take
So
one.
to the next generation
Ready
of
server
journalists
sound.
and leaders, if you've ever been
And
underestimated,
rolling.
if
Dissolve.
you don't
everyone,
know
my name is
this,
Savannah Rankin,
you do.
and I'm studying mass
Your work matters,
communications
Hey,
and
we
you
are
do.
here for
with a minor
206.
of graphic design and marketing.
Back up to 2 in our
at
host.
State University. This year, I was so lucky to receive the Berlin Family
I'll
Foundation
take the Carla
Scholarship from
graphic.
the Upper Midwest.
Hello everyone, my name is Savannah
I
Rankin
wish
and
I
I'm
could be
studying
with all
mass
of you
communications
tonight,
creative
but
writing with a
University
minor
of
of graphic design and
our
marketing
complete
at St.
student-run
State
broadcast that
University.
streams all of the men's
This
Division
year I
I
was
home
so
hockey games
lucky to receive
on
the Berlin
CW
Family
and
Foundation
CTV.
Scholarship from the Upper
And we have a
Midwest
game tonight versus Vermont.
I wish I could be with all of you
And the
tonight,
scholarship I received
but
this
I
year
This is the
am
student
Service
thing.
Productions,
because it really
our
helps take
completely
the pressure
student-run
off.
broadcast that
While
streams
being
all of the
producer
men's
of Husky
Division I home
Productions,
hockey
a student
games
athlete on the
on
SCSU
CW
track and field team, and working
And we
another
have a game
part-time
tonight
job,
versus
this
Vermont.
scholarship allows me to take
The Emmy
a breath
scholarship
of
I
fresh air.
received this year is
Growing
important
up
to
in
me
a town of
because it really
150
helps take
people
the
in the
pressure
middle of
off.
Missouri, there
While
were
being the
many
producer of
broadcast
Husky
opportunities
Productions,
that you
a
could
student
imagine.
athlete on the SCSU
However, I
track and
started
field
my career in
team,
broadcasting
and
at 16
working another
years old,
part-time
making
job,
a Saturday
this
night news
scholarship
anchor.
allows me to take a breath of fresh air.
Long story
I
short,
know, I
I
saw
wanted
it.
to travel 10 hours away from
People in the
home
middle of
and
Missouri,
continue the
there
dream of
weren't
telling
many
I'm going to guess
broadcast
that she
opportunities
shot that on an iPhone.
However,
Yeah.
I started my career in broadcasting at 16 years old by becoming a Saturday night
One thing
news
I would like
anchor for
individuals to know is
Exhibition.
that that dream,
Long story short, I decided
Okay.
to travel 10 hours away from home and have continued
Hope it is
my
too.
story of
wherever I
telling
go
stories.
would truly
Without
not
these
be
generous
possible
opportunities, I
without
would
the
have
help of
never been
scholarships
able to
like
lead
the
the
Berlin
town.
Okay, I got about 30 left.
Scholarship.
One thing
You
I would
know
like
students like
individuals
me
to
by
know is
bidding
that
on the
that
silent
dream,
auction
the
items
opportunity
tonight.
to produce,
You
to
can also
continue
scan
this
the
career
QR
path,
code
and
on
to
your
continue
screen
to find
or
a story
at the table.
wherever I go,
I don't have a
Which
QR
really
code.
nice because
possible
Missouri makes a
without the
difference.
help of
Every
scholarships
penny
like
No
the
one gave me
Berlin
one.
Family
Give
Foundation
what you can to
Scholarship.
help the future
You
generations.
can help
of
students like
youth.
me by bidding on the silent auction.
Congratulations to this year's
You can
gold
also
and
scan
silver
QR
honorees on your
code on your
distinguished
screen
career.
Stand by.
at the table.
And best of luck
Even
to all
the
the
price
upper
of a
Midwest
dessert makes a
32.
difference. Everything
And
helps.
dissolve through.
Give what you can to
Q.
help the future
While we
generations.
celebrate the legends who devoted decades
Congratulations
to
to this
industry,
year's
students
gold and
like
silver
Savannah
honorees on
are
your
already
distinguished
hard at
career
work,
achievements.
dreaming of their
And best of
chance
luck
to
to
step
all
into
the
the
Upper Midwest
spotlight.
Emmy nominees
That's why my
tonight.
family and the Berlin Family Foundation
Title in.
proudly supports
While we
the Upper
celebrate
Midwest
the
Family
legends who
Foundation.
devoted decades to this industry,
And lose it.
students like Savannah are already hard at work, dreaming of their chance to step into the spotlight. That's why my family and the Berlin Family Foundation proudly supports the Upper
I don't
Midwest
have
Emmy
a QR code to
Foundation.
display, so.
For 23 years, this foundation has invested into the future, awarding scholarships to rising talent
Our
across
silent
our
auction
region.
is open until
But we don't stop
9:30
there.
p.m. with
We're
every
also
Yeah, let's take that
classroom
full.
treasures, vital
Thank you.
resources,
Unforgettable
and
getaways.
shining
Thank you
a
for that.
spotlight
If you'd like
on
to give
tomorrow's
directly,
innovators
Yeah, there's
through our
one.
AV
Text
All-Star
Midwest
Awards.
Emmys to
And tonight
Okay, ready
you
two?
can help
Our silent auction is open until 9:30 p.m. with everything from hometown treasures to unforgettable getaways. If you'd like to give directly, it's easy. Text Midwest Emmys to 56651 and follow the prompts. Or simply scan the QR code on your screen, or the
we'll have
card
sound
on your
next.
table. Every bid, every dollar fuels opportunity, education, and inspiration for the next generation. Our next Silver Circle inductee is a Wisconsin native who's been a defining voice of the Chippewa Valley for more than 35 years. Judy Clark is known for her compassionate and ethical approach to journalism.
Okay, minute 57.
Clark has become the voice of the Chippewa Valley, a guiding force of WEAU 13 News, and above all, a trusted friend. She is the older sister that I never had, and obviously
with over 35 years of experience in local broadcasting, Judy Clark has become the voice of the Chippewa Valley, a guiding force of WEAU 13 News. She joined WEAU
do we have her on any of our cameras?
That I never had, and obviously that I needed in my career, and I look up to her as a role model.
Storytelling
her career began at Wax Radio in Eau Claire, where she served as a reporter and anchor. She joined WEAU in 1990, working as a general assignment reporter, and was quickly promoted to anchor. Her dedication to ethics, accuracy, and community storytelling is a testament to her professionalism as a journalist. And
as a mentor to young journalists, Judy has guided and inspired the next generation of broadcasters in the Chippewa Valley.
In and of itself is a special connection that she instantly makes with the viewers. She is a huge community advocate for our station.
As a mentor to young journalists, Judy has guided and inspired the next generation of broadcasters in the Chippewa Valley.
She has also formed lifelong bonds with her teammates at WEAU. Many call her friend, some call her their big sister. And one calls her his lifelong partner. Judy and her husband, production manager Tom Benson, began working
She has also formed lifelong bonds with her teammates
35 years ago. Together, they called her careers, raised a family, and created an amazing life in the community.
10 seconds.
40 years.
Judy and her husband, production manager Tom Benson, began working at WEAU on the exact same day 35 years ago. Together, they've built their career, raised a family, and created an amazing life in the community they served for so many years.
32.
Rooted in excellence, driven by community, and strengthened by friendship.
Take
She
two.
is the voice of the Chippewa Valley.
It is my honor. Please welcome to the stage, Judy Clark.
Thank you so much. Wow. Seeing some of those images on that videotape, the first thing I think of is how was that 35, 40 years ago? And the second thing I think is how did we ever think perms were a good idea?
Thank you.
I want to thank
so
Sierra.
much. Wow.
Seeing
some of those images
on
that video together, the first thing I think of is how was that 35, 40 years ago?
That started as
So far, I think is how did we ever think perms were a good idea?
So I do appreciate her doing that.
I want to thank Sierra.
I mean, this is kind of
Would teach us from our creative services department for putting that video together. It isn't easy to wade through footage that started as a 3/4-inch tape. So back when the earth cooled. So I do appreciate her doing that. And when people ask me, does it seem like it's been 35 years? I always reply no. It's gone
seems
by
like
in an
100
instant.
years ago.
But then I see that video.
But it wasn't always clear.
And I think back to all the people that I have worked with.
Although there were
through
some
the years.
clues,
All the technology,
like back on the Chippewa County Dairy
advances,
Farm,
all the
in
stories
western Wisconsin,
covered,
where I grew up,
all the
when I made my little
hairstyles.
brother play
And I think
newscast, and we
it seems like
recorded them
100
on
years
a
ago.
Panasonic tape recorder.
But it wasn't always
And
clear
my love of
that
news.
I would get into
Okay.
this business.
Reading any
Ready, one.
newspaper
There were some
or news
clues,
magazine I could get my
like
hands
back
on.
on the Chippewa County
And of
Dairy
course, being a
Farm
loyal viewer
in western
What's up?
Wisconsin, where I grew up.
I
And
know.
I made my little brother play
Where I ended
newscasts.
Take one.
And we
I
recorded
didn't know
them
what
on
path
a
I was going to
Panasonic
take when I
tape
started
recorder.
college at
And
UW Eau
my
Claire.
love of news.
Until I
Take
took my
two.
first
Take
class
two.
Any
with
newspaper
revered
or news magazine I
broadcast
could get my
journalism
hands on.
professor,
And
Henry
of course,
LaFour.
being a loyal viewer
was then
of
I was
WEAU
hooked.
TV 13.
Henry was one of a kind.
Where I ended up.
He had an energy
I
for
didn't know what
covering
path
news
I was
that
going to take when I
contagious,
started
infectious,
college at UW
and
Eau
he
Claire.
believed in me.
until I took my first class with revered broadcast journalism professor.
I'm also
Henry
grateful
Lipple.
for the radio news internship that Henry pushed me
Henry
to
was one of a
get
kind.
about 40 years
He had
ago
an
at
energy for
Wax
covering
Radio
news that was
in Eau Claire
contagious,
that turned
infectious,
into a full-time job.
and he believed in me.
And then came the
I'm
call
so
from
grateful
across
to
the
him
parking lot,
for his friendship
WBAU.
and mentorship.
Besides Henry Lipple,
I'm also
none of that
grateful
2-minute
for
video,
the radio news
would have happened
internship that
if it
Henry
weren't for
pushed
one other
me to
person.
get
The man
about
who
40
hired
years
me,
ago at
former
Wax
WBAU
Radio
news
in Eau
director
Claire
John
that turned
Hoffman.
into a full-time job.
John was old
And then
school,
came the call
and
from
he
across the
too was
parking
one
lot,
of a kind.
WEAU.
He was my mentor, my sounding
Besides
board,
Henry Lipple, none
the
of
guy
that
who would
2-minute
always
video
ask, got time
would
for
have
a quick
happened
story?
if it weren't for
But it
one
was
other
never quick.
person. The
And
man
there's
who hired
always a
me,
story.
former
An incredible
WEAU news
journalist
director John
who
Hoffman.
made the newsroom a place
John
of
was old
learning,
school,
integrity,
and he too
and
was
fun.
one of a kind. He
Again,
was my mentor, my
I'm
sounding
grateful
board,
to
a guy who would
have been
always
able to work
ask,
with some of
got
the
time
best
for a quick
people
story?
in the business,
But it was never
talented
quick.
journalists,
But there's always
wonderful
a story.
coworkers,
An incredible
past and
journalist
present, people
who made the
show
newsroom
me
a
every
place
day the
of
importance
learning,
of what we
integrity,
do,
and
why
fun.
local news
Again,
matters. And
I'm
now more
grateful
than ever,
to
we have to remember
have been
that.
able to work with some of the
Many
best
of the people I've worked
in the
with over the
business,
years have
talented
become
journalists,
lifelong friends,
wonderful coworkers,
even, just
past
like
and
family.
present,
And
people
speaking of family,
who show
I
me
wanna
every
thank
day
mine,
the
my
importance
husband
of
Tom,
what we do,
who has
Take one.
why
been
local
there
news
from the very
matters.
beginning
And now more than
of
ever,
this TV
we
news
have to
Ready,
remember
career.
that.
Since we both started
Many of
on
the
the
people
same
I've
day,
worked
four.
with over the
although we
years
didn't know each
have
other
Take
yet.
four.
become lifelong friends.
And we'll celebrate
even
our
Ready,
31st
two.
just like
wedding
family.
anniversary
And
on
Take
speaking
two.
of family,
But
I want to
thank
thank
you
mine,
for
Tyler.
always supporting me,
who has
Ready,
literally
four.
been there
Take
from
four.
the
always
very
supporting me,
beginning
whether it was a
of
live
this
show
TV
at
news
the
career.
fair or
Since
a
we
live
both started
polka
on
band
the same
at 5
day,
o'clock
although we didn't
news,
know
Take
each
two.
other,
or being my timer
and
for
we'll celebrate
dozens
our
of live
31st
candidate
wedding anniversary on
interviews.
Wednesday.
I'm
But
so
thank
happy,
you for
that you
Oh, no,
always
no, no, you're
supporting
fine,
me.
you're fine.
And I'm also happy that
Always
our
supporting
two
me,
boys
whether
are
it was a
here.
live show
They
at
are
the
the
fair
best of
or
my
a
life.
live
I
polka
wouldn't be
band on the
standing
5
ready,
o'clock
four.
news,
Take
or
four.
being
Again,
my
thank you
timer
so
for
much for this
dozens
Ready,
of
two.
live
to the Academy for this honor.
interviews.
Take two.
It really is
I'm
a
so
wonderful,
happy
wonderful
that
honor.
you
Thank you.
have always been there.
And
I'm also happy
ready, three.
that our 2 boys are here.
Take
They
three.
are the best of my life.
Ready,
I wouldn't be
two.
standing here
Take
without
two.
any of them. Again, thank you so much for this.
All right.
You might say
To the
our
Academy
next
for this
Silver
honor.
Circle
It really
inductee
is.
All right,
has
here's
been in
the hammer
training for her
package.
job since birth. She learned the business from her late father, an Associated Press Minnesota State Capitol reporter.
Nice hustle there, Tyler. Nice hustle.
Mary LaHammer started her career as an anchor
You might
and
say our
reporter
next
in
Silver
small
You
market
got
inductee
Mary
has
LaHammer at
been
all?
in
North
training
Dakota.
for her job
Mary
since
came
There
birth.
she is.
She learned the business from her late father, an Associated Press Minnesota State Capitol reporter.
Ready,
Mary
sound,
LaHammer
and
started
roll
her
sound is
career
off.
as an anchor and reporter
Okay,
in
we're
small
here for
markets in
211.
Wisconsin and North
Love
Dakota.
to debate
Mary
Donald
came back
Trump
to her
is the
native
out cue
Minnesota
of all.
in 1998, a time when Minnesota politics was ready to shock the
like, how are we going to get in? And my photographer at
One
the
of my
time
friends is
yelled,
watching and
public television branding reporter had just been hired
randomness.
for my dream
Hi,
job,
Rory.
printing public television where I interned, screen invaders, already champagne spraying everywhere.
I'm loving
How are we
the
gonna
comments,
get
by
in?
the way.
And my photographer at the time yells, public television coming
Oh,
through.
Jesse Ventura.
And the sea parts and the whole crowd lets us
What
out
a
the very
character.
front, and we are there when he screamed the famous house.
Minnesota's most important building.
The only poll that mattered was November 3rd. What do you have to say to all your naysayers?
Well, I was correct, was I?
This is my cheesy
Oh my gosh, I remember when Amy did that. Because I was,
Most important
and I was directing the video something.
home to the second largest self-supported marble dome in the world.
The snow and the cold didn't seem to deter many hardy Minnesotans who embraced the weather. As a biker himself,
That's Jesse Ventura.
Do people remember you standing up
Just under a minute.
do you think?
How we wanted to empower women. Jesse Ventura did an interview in Playboy magazine. He said he'd like to be reincarnated as a double J assassination.
Wait a minute, Jesse, really? That's definitely going to cause some family turmoil.
That maybe gets in the way of how we wanted to empower women after he left
Jesse.
the governor's office.
I wish I'd been in the state where he was
in
here.
JFK assassination theories. The job
He seemed like he made it interesting.
I don't know because I don't know because I've been lied to so many times by my government.
Governing every day.
All right, we got about 10 left here, coming out on 4.
His dislike and distrust of his former friend, the job stopped so high.
I would love. How many times did they beat up on me personally? This is politics.
And Mike's dissolved through Q.
Please welcome
The very last time he
2025
sat down,
Silver
his
Circle
dislike and
inductee,
distrust
Mary
32. Take 2.
Please welcome
Okay, before you go back
2025
to the
Silver
table, thank
Circle
you.
inductee, Mary LaHammer.
My first thank you goes to Carla because she is the one who nominated me. And as you saw
And
there,
I don't have any script
Jesse
for her,
Ventura
so.
probably gets a lot of
This
thanks
is an
for my
unknown. Title
career
in.
trajectory and the voters of Minnesota who have a sense of humor
And lose
an
it.
independence that's
My
almost
first thank you
unmatched
goes
in
to
the
Carla
nation.
because
As is
she
our
is
voter
the one
turnout,
who nominated
we
me.
lead the nation
And as you
often in
saw
voter
there,
turnout. It's the
Jesse
best place
Ventura
to be a
probably
political
gets a lot of
reporter in
thanks
America,
for my
which is not an
career
easy
trajectory
job. It's
and
a
the
job I
voters of
learned from
Minnesota
someone
who have a
who's
sense
not
of
here
humor
tonight.
and
My
an
father,
independence
Gene
that's
LaHammer, who
almost
passed away a couple
unmatched in the
years ago.
nation, as is
My
our
dad
voter
was my
turnout,
hero
where we
and my
lead the
inspiration,
nation
and he
often
taught
in
me
voter turnout.
everything I
It's a
know.
best place
Before
to
it
be a
was
political
cool, he was
reporter in
doing Take
America,
Your Daughter
which
to
is not an
Work
easy
Day.
job.
At
It's
2
a
years
job I
old, I
learned from someone
accidentally sent
who's
my
not
first
here
story
tonight,
out on the
my
AP
father,
wire,
Gene LaHammer, who
and
passed
he
away a
wasn't
couple years
mad.
ago. My
And
dad was
he's
my
the guy when you
hero
hear
and
the
my
AP has
inspiration,
called
and
the
he
race
taught me
for,
everything I
that was
know.
him. He did
Before
that
it
for
was
50
cool,
years.
he was
They
doing
called him
Take
out
Your
of
Daughter to
retirement
Work Day.
after 36
At 2
years
years
in the
old, I
AP, and
accidentally
in half
sent
a
my
century,
first story out
he
on the
never
AP
got
wire,
erased.
Yes.
and he wasn't mad.
So my dad
And
is
he's the
amazing.
guy when
My
you
mother,
hear the
who's here
AP
tonight,
has called the
85
race
years old.
Ah, ready for
and,
it.
That was him.
Happy to be
Take
here,
4.
Mom. Thank you so much.
They called him out of retirement after 36 years with
Ready
me.
2.
And of course,
Take 2.
genetically and practically, she gets 50% of the
comms
credit,
are
but it also helps
tanking
that
So
she was
my
an
dad is
actress,
amazing. My mother, who's
director,
here tonight,
debate,
85 years old,
speech,
and
English teacher
happy to
who
be
taught
here,
all
Mom.
of her
Thank you so
children
much.
Enunciation, diction, and conjugation. So we all
And of
thank
course,
you, Mother.
genetically and practically,
she's
she gets
surrounded by my
50% of
Ready
the
for
credit,
it.
but
Take.
it also helps
large
that she was an
family
actress,
who has literally
Nice,
saved my life
nice.
more than
debate,
once.
speech,
Nice,
and
Tyler,
English
nice.
teacher who taught all of her
and
children
ambitious, and as a very
enunciation,
young person, I went
diction,
Yeah, ready
sprinting
two.
off.
conjugation.
Take 2.
So we all thank you,
went
Mother.
under the water, and I
And
popped
she's
up.
surrounded by
One
my
brother had one
siblings
hand, one
tonight,
sister had the
large
other. They pulled
family,
me out, and I
who has literally
summarily
saved my
reported,
life more than once.
D.
I have always been a little
They said we knew you were
gutsy
gonna
and
be a
ambitious,
reporter
and as a
right there
very
and
young
then.
person, I went
So thank you to my
sprinting off
siblings for being
a
here.
dock on Lake
My
Minnetonka and went
spouse,
under
who's
the
actually a professional pickleball player. That's a thing. He is off playing for a national championship right now, so he couldn't be here. Along with my daughter, who's a Division I soccer goalkeeper and has a game, and I'm hopping on a plane right after this to go watch her play tomorrow. So great to have them here and on the feed. And great to have so many of my colleagues here from Twin Cities Public Television who've supported me along the way. First and foremost, when you saw me climbing that scaffolding to the Capitol Dome, I always say I get all the credit. My amazing photographer and director, Scott Trotman, he was doing that with a camera on his back and shoulder. And he is there every day. Amazing.
41. Take
Scott
1.
gets all the credit for making me look good
42.
every day.
Take 2.
He makes me better, and all of my colleagues here, Carrie and Chris and David and Kaomi and Terry, and having our executives, Amina and Nick, incredibly appreciative. It has been a very hard year in politics and media
Now I'm
and
back.
public broadcasting. The assassination
Sorry,
of House
I-
Speaker Melissa Hortman hit hard. I've known her since the
the
day
comms
she
are doing
entered
comms
politics
things.
26 years ago. And after her death, I said we have to do better. We have to do something. We have to strive for solutions. So each and every week on Almanac and Almanac at the Capitol, we are working to provide nonpartisan, bipartisan, civil conversations. Right now, polarization is at an all-time high in American history since 1850, when we went to war with each other. So let's try to make our media and our country and our politics better together by being substantive, by trying to lower the temperature, and hope that we can all work to save democracy and journalism and media together, because we are all in this together. And thank you so much to everyone this week.
Okay, ready one, take one, ready two, take two. Okay, follow her.
Over the years, when I'm out, I think it's happened to Mary, people will ask me if she's my sister. We're not related, but I would take her in a heartbeat. Let's take a moment
Okay, here comes the real quick sad segment.
Who've left a lasting mark on our industry. The trailblazers who shaped the path we now walk. Some have stepped into retirement, leaving behind remarkable legacies that continue to inspire us all. And some, sadly, are no longer with us. Yet, their influence lives on in every story they told and in every life they've touched. Tonight, we celebrate the extraordinary impact they've had on this community.
And roll dissolve. We're on this for like 30 seconds, and then we'll come back out to cam 2. I wonder who did it. Right? Okay, this will fade to black, and then we'll come back out to 2. And Miker dissolve through.
And now it's time to honor those individuals who've crossed that 50-year threshold to step into our Gold Circle Honor Society. Courtney Kinzer started his photojournalism career at 15 years old by going to local news events with an 8mm home camera. Still in high school, Courtney got a job at an Iowa TV station. Courtney then spent all but one of his 50 years in the same TV market.
Wow. And roll dissolve.
When Air Force One touched down in Des Moines in October.
Okay, we are here for 228. Birds chirping is the out cue. Will be out to
sophomore at Roosevelt High School.
Ford, do you have?
Didn't work for anybody, but I had a home movie camera.
But President Ford was not.
Yeah, he's supposed to be. I don't.
Attention.
I look over, and it's the network.
This guy.
Camera.
Oh, he's got him. He's got him.
Back of Air Force One. In my mind, that is the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life. This is what I want to do.
Within months, WHO hired the high school to develop film. 12 years there, and now 38 at KCCI. Central Iowa's Energizer Bunny behind the tripod has been on the move, setting the standard for television photojournalism with an unrivaled dose of infectious passion. Always getting access to what he calls his backstage pass to life.
Having a camera opens a lot of doors, and you're able to parachute into people's lives, sometimes on the best day of their life, sometimes not.
KCCI's visual perfectionist is quick to pull out his hairspray to help reporters fly away alfalfas, yet patient enough to create his own homemade time-lapse of a skyscraper going up, shooting 1 frame a week for 2 full years.
That's cool.
Wow. Waiting for a bird to tweet. Next to the microphone, he hit in the tulips. From film to
Thanks,
video
JJ.
and now digital.
Let me just get a few more shots here, and then we'll go to that spot.
He's always on the move, and always quick to compliment coworkers and even competitors.
I kind of consider myself the head cheerleader for both photographers and reporters.
And he starred on KCCI's team, honored 8 times as America's Station of the Year for photojournalism, while always making time for young photographers.
A teacher's only success when the student surpasses the teacher.
But after 50 years,
I think we got it.
It's a wrap. Courtney insists.
Okay, we got 20 seconds on this.
To be invited into people's homes and share their stories. And I'll never forget that.
But Iowa is better because that teenager who found his passion
by.
at the airport pursued it, chasing down a half-century of beautiful moments.
And
dissolve through Mike's cue.
Esteemed guests, please welcome 2025 Gold Circle
32.
inductee, Courtney Kinzer.
Take 2. Okay, zoom in through. Mike? Sky the mic.
Thank you so much for inducting me into the Golden Circle Society. You know, it's a lot easier to be behind the camera because then you can hide. I can't hide right now. I've always said this job is the ultimate backstage pass to life. Every day is a new adventure. And again, Eric took all my best lines. We really do parachute into people's lives, sometimes on the best day, sometimes on the worst. But I just got to say that mentoring is so important to me, and it's important for us to share our craft with the new generation of reporters and photographers that are coming into the business. Again, I was lucky enough to be hired when I was 17 at WHO by Lyle Shires to work at the Film Lab. And that was a big deal for him to trust a little kid to work in a TV station. In 1987, I moved over to KCCI, and that's where I learned that a teacher is only a success when the student surpasses the teacher, and some really good examples of that are Jeff Christian, Jay Carpenter, Jenna Pinto, and of course, David Peterlins. And it's been an honor to be in their life, and thank you very much.
Okay, that's the end of his speech. Clap, 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 clap. 44. Take 4. 42. Take 2. Okay, next one.
We've seen unimaginable technological changes to our industry in the past 50 years. Our next honoree has seen them all, from local to the national level. Terry O'Reilly's career includes significant content strategy to the Weather Channel, Hubbard Broadcasting, and Twin Cities PBS. Terry currently serves as the chairman of the National Academy of Television Arts and Sciences in New York. We are also honored to have had Terry lead the Upper Midwest Emmy chapter as our president and national trustee.
And roll dissolve.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Adam Sharp, president and CEO
that
of the
is
National
not the
Academy
right.
of Television
Maybe that
Arts
is the right
and
video.
Sciences. Coming to you
Good
from
Lord,
the
that scared me.
historic Pasadena Civic Auditorium in Pasadena, California.
I thought I rolled the
this weekend,
his
we are
other
also
video.
celebrating excellence in our industry, just like you, with our 52nd
3 minutes here.
annual
3 minutes.
Daytime
God, that
Emmy
scared me.
Awards.
Mario, aren't you supposed to be at the Daytime Emmys, like now?
Oh my God, you're right.
Because I didn't have this video until today.
I am just blown away by the wide range of talents and achievements being put on display in your nominations, being honored tonight in your ceremony. But I would be remiss if I did not call out for special recognition one particular honoree. That's my friend, mentor, and boss, our national chairman, Terry O'Reilly. Now, Terry and I are working relationships started the way so many relationships start in our industry. He fired me. We quickly grew on each other, and what developed was probably the most productive and meaningful working partnership of my career. Now, Terry was worthy of this Gold Circle induction based on his career of achievement even before he moved into the chairmanship. But the last few years just put another layer of achievement on top of that sterling record.
I mean, just kidding, we love Amy.
He guided us through a global pandemic and industry-wide shutdowns. He oversaw the most profound restructuring of our Academy's governance in half a century, and he patched together a relationship with the West Coast, ending a 50-year Cold War.
Now, for many years, we were not the most cordial of siblings. But of late, our academies have grown closer, renewing our common belief that as this industry has grown and our platforms have expanded, there remains a need for a single gold standard against which to benchmark and honor our work. And to that end, there is only one Emmy. So could you please join me in thanking everyone from the Television Academy who honor us tonight with their presence this evening, and join me in thanking them for their partnership in our common mission of excellence. Now, I'd personally like to welcome my dear friend from the Television Academy, their chairman, Chris Abrego. Chris?
Didn't know we were getting clips from broadcast.
And he hasn't fired me again yet.
10, stand by.
Yet. In any case, congratulations to Terry, to all the other Gold and Silver Circle inductees this evening, and to all the nominees and winners tonight.
And dissolve through Mike's cue.
It is an honor to welcome to the stage 2025 Gold inductee. Please welcome Terry O'Reilly.
Okay, ready to. And take 2.
Thanks, son.
Man, racing your head. Carla,
Title
thank
end.
you. Ben, thank you. Adam, thank you for the kind comments. And I don't intend to fire
What's up?
Adam yet.
Man, no one told
We
me.
actually, we were in LA last night.
Whatever's on the
Big Time
tape,
Emmys,
so.
And, it was a terrific affair. And in fact, we now, based on the Gold and Silver Circle Awards that we've been doing in chapters for more than, gosh, what, 34 years, we're now doing it at the national shows as well, and it's a high point. So this is really very much a high point for me. 50 odd years ago, when I graduated from college, I faced a choice. I had a scholarship offer from a pretty good law school.
Carla's name again for the
Or I had an
Yes.
offer as a job as a TV reporter in northern Indiana, making $1.80 an hour. And given that I'm speaking tonight in front of a bunch of broadcasters, not the Bar Association, you can probably guess the choice I made, and it is truly one that I have never doubted. I have been fortunate enough to work across America and overseas at all kinds of jobs, and along the way, I learned that in this industry, success is never an individual activity. It is always a team sport. And on that basis, I have
Tyler,
a lot
you've
of
got
people
his
to
family?
thank. And in the national shows, this is when they start playing the music in the background, but in the Gold and Silver Circle, there is no music.
Oh, I could play the
so
music.
I'm
I
gonna be
have
here
it.
as long as I want to be here. I have to thank my sons, Chris and Kevin, who are here tonight, who tolerated my frequent absences over the years, and I am so very proud of both of them. I have to thank their mom, my late first wife, Donna, who kept things together at home as I wandered off to catch another plane to go to another assignment. And to my wife, Eileen, who is here tonight, she is the light of my life. She keeps me grounded. She keeps me entertained every day. Eileen, I love you, and I am so grateful for you. And I'm so grateful for all of you in this room, some of whom I have had the fortune to work with over the years. When my family first came to the Twin Cities over 25 years ago, we really
a little heavy on time.
the fact that we expected it was to be damn
We'll make sure we have a decent intermission, so
we were
we'll
right.
start our next show
We
at
did underestimate,
8:15.
however, the warmth of the welcome that we would receive in a community that we now call our home. I had a great luxury of terrific colleagues during my time here in the Twin Cities. At Hubbard Broadcasting, thank you to Stanley and the family and all the people that I worked with at CONUS and all of the other things that we did there. We had a lot of fun.
Do you need that for
we didn't get caught at all the trouble.
sliding your master control stuff?
I also enjoyed the privilege of about 8 years at Twin Cities PBS, where we made great programs. We served communities well, and we actually won a few Emmys along the way. Public television holds a really special place in my heart, and every chance I get these days to talk about it, I do so. And I hope you will too. It is just so very, very worthy of your support. And it was my time at TPT, actually, that led me to my early involvement with the Emmys.
I mean, if he's seeing it on his channel, we know it's going out, so.
And then here as the chapter president and trustee, and eventually 7 years ago, I was elected chairman of the National Academy, which counts now 19,000 members across the country. It has been a great run, but I am not done running. So I am exceedingly grateful for this recognition. I'm exceedingly grateful for the invitation to join you all tonight. I try to get back here for these Upper Midwest gatherings whenever I can, because we really do think of the Twin Cities as our home. To all the colleagues and friends along the way, one of the things I know about this medallion, other than the fact that these were actually made for us by the same folks that do the Olympic medals, one of the things I know for sure about these medallions is that it is not about me, it is about us. And together there's a lot of work left to do, so thank you all so very much for your friendship and your good work together. So, thanks again.
And here's the presentation. She's going to do her final.
All right, let's hear one more huge round of applause for our incredible Circle inductees tonight.
Take 1, 33, take 3, 32, take 2.
Okay, take a breath, shake out your hands. We've got more fun ahead.
Okay, lose it.
The silent auction is still rocking for another 90 minutes.
Ready, wall.
And here's the best part.
Take wall.
Every bid fuels scholarships for the next generation of high school and college media stars right here in the upper Midwest.
And despite what this says, we're starting at 8:15.
You can make a difference in seconds. It's easy. Text Midwest Emmys to 56651 and sprinkle a little donation magic. Or if you're feeling fancy, grab your phone, aim your camera at the QR code on your table, and voila, instant impact.
Take.
And hey, don't forget to flex those social media muscles as well. Tag Midwest Emmys in your posts, selfies, and red carpet moments. Let's see if we can get the evening trending. So here's the game plan. You can stretch your legs, go to the restroom, refresh your glass, place your bids, and then meet us back here at 8:15 sharp for an unforgettable lineup of regional Emmy Awards. It's been an honor and a joy to host the Circle Honors tonight. Thank you for all the love, and now let's keep the celebration rolling.
And roll.
Thank you.
Dissolve. And that does it for this one. I'm going to